Hey everybody, it's Jason with the Boardgame Mechanics, and today we're going to take a look at a game called HerStory. HerStory is a game published by Underdog Games, designed by Nick Bentley, Danielle Reynolds, and Emerson Matsuchi. Plays 2 to 5 players, ages 8 plus, 30 to 60 minutes. All that seems accurate. And effectively what you're doing in this game is, let's read the theme because I don't want to butcher it. In this game is their theme. I don't see any theme. Oh yeah. In HerStory, you're an acclaimed author writing a book to tell the stories of remarkable women of history. The players take turns doing research, drafting chapters, and completing them for points. The game ends when a player has written 8 chapters and the player with the highest scoring book wins. So that's what you're doing. You're basically researching a bunch of iconic ladies from history or women from history and writing a book about them. That's what you're doing there. The way that works is you're going to be taking an action on your turn, collecting some kind of tokens, trying to turn the tokens in which have icons to get cards that match the icons to score points. That's the gist. So that's enough talking. Let's go on the table. Check it out.
Come on, play the game.
All right, so here's a game of HerStory, all set up for 2 players. To set up, you're going to give each player their own journal board here, a library card, and a turn order, which is also your book cover, which we'll get into when we talk about the end. Take your little thumbtack token is what it looks like. Shuffle the huge deck of cards, flip 5 of them here, and then shuffle or shake around the tokens and put 6 tokens face up, and you're ready to go. So what we are trying to do in HerStory is we are trying to draft a book, an 8-chapter book, on these famous ladies of history. And we're going to be doing that by doing one of these 3 actions, okay? Trying to have the most points when all that is said and done. So let's just go ahead and start, and I'll see what you do. So one action you can take is you can take a research token from the board and put it in your research space. Now, what you want to do that is, if you look at these cards, they have icons that are needed to claim that card for your story. So if I wanted to get Sacagawea here, I need a lot of books and a lot of light bulbs. So I think I'm going to try for her, and I'll do this, take that, and then we'll refill the token. And that's my turn. You do one thing. Then it's the other player's turn, and what they're going to do is they're actually going to take Buffalo Calf Road Woman and put them in their draft. That's another action you can do. And that gets you 2 points immediately just for doing that. Now, only they can work on that card. Anybody can work on these cards, but that one's theirs only. So we'll bring out Sojourner Truth. Back to me. I'm going to take this. Take that one. That's perfect for me. All right. And take another token out. All right. This player's turn. They want to get... They'll take this token because they need magnifying glasses and books. And then on my turn, I'm going to do the third action. I'm going to discard research tokens to complete a chapter. So I need 3 light bulbs and 3 books. I have that. Discard these tokens. And I will write a chapter on Sacagawea. Did my research, now I have it. Now, some of these cards come with special abilities. Some of them will come with in-game abilities, and some of them will give you icons that you'll have throughout the game. In this case, I have a special ability before researching, which is taking a card, some token from the board here. I can discard 1 research token from the center, which is pretty nice. All right. And because I completed this card, I researched the Sacagawea, I get 4 points, plus 3 because I used the exact tokens that she needed, so I get 7 points. All right, and we get a new card out. There's one that has icons. So if you can use those 2 to complete a card in the future. All right, so that player needs a magnifying glass and 2 light bulbs. So let's do, they're going to take this. Okay, new token. Now I need to start working on something else. Henrietta Lacks needs a ton of light bulbs. Helen Keller. Man, all these are tricky. I'll take this one. So I'm going to take this token because I want to start working on Sojourner Truth. Again, nobody knows that. I'm just telling you guys that because I want you to see it. This player, they need another light bulb, so they will take that. All right, done. Back to my turn. I'm actually going to go ahead and do a draft, start my draft on Sojourner Truth, and that'll give me 2 points. So now no one else can work on Sojourner Truth because I am currently writing my story on that. Now this player is going to do action number 3, discard research tokens to complete this draft. So they need 2 books, 2 magnifying glasses, and 2 suns. I used way extra tokens than I needed, so I don't get any extra points. So I get 1 point. And now at the game end, for each other in-game power that I have, I get 5 points. So that's pretty nice. So I'm going to be looking for at game's end cards now. All right. And that's how the game's going to keep going. We're going to keep progressing in that same fashion until someone has all 8 chapters in their book. We finish the round, and then we score. We'll score any of the at game's end points that are available. And I think that's it. And that's your points. One thing I didn't show you is the library card. We each have a library card. On your turn, you can flip your library card to swipe all these tokens, get new ones. Then on another turn, you can swipe it again. It's out of the, or get it out of the game, and you can clear it again. So that's going to help you get more research tokens that you need to be able to draft your book. And that's it. That is how you play HerStory. Let's go to the top. See what they think about it.
What do you think, son? What do you think?
All right, well, that was HerStory. So let's talk about the components here. Fantastic rule book. It's like 4 pages. Super easy to understand because this game is pretty light, so the rule book does a good job. Great player boards, super thick cardboard. Tells you what all the areas are. They give you points, place for your tokens. Kind of bigger than necessary, but they're really nice. And a whole pile of colors. Good colors. I don't know how colorblind friendly the colors are, but again, it doesn't necessarily matter outside of your scoring piece. So really nice colors there. A not awesome playmat, and again, I got this sent to me, so I don't know if this is standard or not, but this is a great playmat that you saw on the table, just a place to house things. Again, not necessary, but it looks cool. Really cool markers. They kind of look like push pins. I don't know if that's what they're supposed to be, but they look like push pins that you can put on like a cork board. The fantastic bag here with the really nice cardboard tokens, the research tokens. Really thick, easy to tell what the pieces are, and piles and piles and piles of cards. Now, one thing I didn't show you is, so here's the front, the Frida Kahlo card. On the back, there's also a story, because when the game is over, you take your book and you put all your cards in your book, and then you can read a chapter from your book if you want to other players. So that's kind of the theme behind the game. When you're done writing your book, you read your book. But so not only is it functional, it's historical. This thing's dripping with theme, history, a whole bunch of factoids about all these ladies, and just makes it cool. It helps you learn while you're playing a game, and I dig that. This would be a great game to play in like a classroom, or with kids who are trying to learn more about history, or people who are really into women's history, women who aren't really into gaming. Maybe this could draw them in because they like the theme. I don't know. You can use it for anybody. My 8-year-old, she wants to play it. She thinks having a game with a bunch of women is really cool, and I dig that. So I like this game. It's not the deepest game in the world. It's pretty light, but it's really quick, and it's fun. It's historical. It's educational, and I dig it. So I'm going to give this a BGM accepted seal. This is going to get a 7 out of 10 on BGG, which is a 3.5 out of 5 wrenches on our arbitrary wrench scale. That means absolutely nothing. But we like to give it the games that we enjoy, and that's what we're going to do. So that is HerStory from Underdog Games. I'm Jason with the Boardgame Mechanics, and as always, keep gaming.